Disputes arise in any relationship. It's inevitable. On the other hand, Jinger Duggar and Jeremy Vuolo's most explosive disagreement has fans talking. You might be surprised to hear that in the most recent episode of the Jinger and Jeremy podcast, the couple revealed the subject that gets them most worked up. Are you prepared? These days, the main point of contention between Jeremy and Jinger is the mapping program they use. Jeremy is an Apple fanatic, while Jinger is a Google devotee. In this Instagram video clip from their podcast, they explain why they feel this way. Jinger made the observation that, "You cannot do that on Apple Maps." She continued, "The reason I use them is because it allows you to search for things on the way." How about Jeremy? "I simply enjoy the seamless integration with Apple." In the comments, people shared their opinions, and it appears like nobody is coming out on top. Whenever Google Maps indicates which lane I should be in, I am in heaven. Apple Maps can accomplish the same thing, according to some commenters, while others gushed over how great it is. When it comes to automobile play, Apple does all the same things, according to another commentator. In addition, your watch will alert you by buzzing whenever you need to make a turn or other maneuver while driving. Some people have said they don't use any of them and are huge Waze supporters instead. It seems like this argument might go on forever. Critics on Reddit speculated that the couple's strained relationship may be hiding deeper problems. She made a valid, if mundane, point. In his haste to stop her from making her point, Book tripped over himself. Irritating, a single individual commented. How seriously do they take this? Which apps are their favorites? Guess which one they like more, one or the other. Why is this even being discussed at all? A different commenter inquired. Fighting over the best mapping app is one of the more minor disagreements a couple might have, and it's understandable that they would have different opinions on the matter. Couple Jinger Duggar and Jeremy Vuolo, who are very visible owing to their marriage and public appearances, have lately been caught in the eye of a storm. The pair's most intense and explosive quarrel has unexpectedly become the newest episode in their closely watched lives, causing a lot of people to talk about it. The public has looked up to Jinger and Jeremy because of their strong Christian beliefs and their tight-knit family relationships. But this latest argument has given a different impression, and now people are wondering how their marriage really works behind the scenes. Their complicated relationship was laid bare by the altercation in question, which became public following a heated social media post and subsequent interviews. What occurs when the cameras aren't rolling, when the couple isn't projecting their public persona of cooperation, mutual respect, and understanding? The explosive argument between Jinger and Jeremy, which stemmed from their divergent views on lifestyle choices and professional responsibilities, has set the stage for numerous discussions regarding personal development, expectations, and the pressure to uphold an ideal image while being observed by the public. An overview of the debate. Problems started when the Vuolos were trying to meet the demands of both their family and their careers. A prominent member of the Duggar family, Jinger has been pursuing more autonomous paths in her personal and professional life, while her husband, Jeremy, has been concentrating on building their family's influence and Jeremy's ministry. A schism formed, which Jeremy failed to comprehend at first, as a result of her increasing preoccupation with fashion and her forays into more secular realms. They couldn't get past their divergent views on the proper balance between family life and work. Although she has always been depicted as a doting mother, Jinger was trying to find her own identity outside from the conventional roles that her family and community had assigned her. On the flip side, Jeremy was determined to keep the family faithful to their religious beliefs, which meant that his wife had a more limited and specific role to play. Clash was just around the corner. Their devoted fanbase took notice of the heated argument that allegedly started at home. Jinger and Jeremy then went public with their complaints, exposing the growing tension in their relationship. Public outcry. Both supporters and detractors of the argument quickly joined the chorus of voices voicing their opinions as it entered the public domain. Others rallied behind Jeremy, lauding his adherence to traditional values and the significance of family harmony, while yet others rallied behind Jinger, encouraging her to seize control of her own life and destiny. But what really had people talking was how explosive their disagreement was. People were most vocal on social media, where Jeremy and Jinger both have sizable fan bases. Their seemingly ideal connection has prompted some followers to wonder if it is actually anything less than that. A lot of people made snap judgments, such as saying Jeremy was overly controlling or that Jinger was being defiant. Those who failed to get under the surface facts boiled their argument down to a simplistic story. However, the couple's emotional health took a hit as a result of the public's intense interest in them. In a community with strict standards for what it means to be a wife and mother, Jinger, who has been open about her battles with family expectations and discovering her own voice, found herself torn between defending her decisions and coping with the criticism of others. Jeremy, who is usually quite reserved, found himself attempting to justify his wish to remain traditional while yet allowing his wife the freedom to make her own decisions. The public's expectations and the media's role. The couple's personal conflicts were brought to light in the explosive debate, but so were the external demands of being famous. Like many famous people, Jinger and Jeremy have to weigh the needs of their fans against those of themselves on a regular basis. Because of the power of social media to influence public opinion, the couple's every action is being watched. They are not completely free to do as they like with their life. After their dispute, the couple started to realize how much public opinion was influencing the story. Their inability to find peace and quiet to recover was exacerbated by the media's coverage of their arguments and the public's penchant for sensationalism. What started out as an intimate argument between two individuals quickly became a topic of public interest, with fans and tabloids alike providing unsolicited opinions. A path to recovery. Jinger and Jeremy have made efforts to mend their relationship following the public backlash. While the disagreement was fierce, it did not lead to the termination of their marriage, as both parties have acknowledged in interviews. They chose to see it as an opportunity for personal development, a turning point that deepened their understanding of each other's points of view. They stressed that arguments are inevitable in any relationship, but that the key is to deal with them constructively. Jeremy admitted that he had neglected Jinger's development because he was preoccupied with preserving the ideal of a perfect family. He apologized for his lack of comprehension regarding the challenges Jinger encountered as she sought to establish her identity apart from her childhood. However, Jinger discussed the difficulties she has had in balancing her personal goals with the expectations of her community, particularly within her faith-based group, which frequently imposes strict gender norms on women. Many have found comfort in the couple's candor about their struggles, which provides a level of realism lacking from the media's romanticized portrayals of relationships. Their admirers who are going through tough times in their relationships can relate to them more, since they aren't afraid to admit they're wrong and work through their problems publicly. Conclusion. What started out as public rumors about Jinger Duggar and Jeremy Vuolo's explosive dispute has turned out to be a turning point in their relationship, where they've grown and reflected. It serves as a gentle reminder that no relationship is ever flawless, and that the key to getting through tough times is having someone you can really relate to and listen to. Their capacity to confront their problems directly, whether in private or in front of the public eye, may ultimately enhance their relationship and serve as an example for others to follow when dealing with their own problems.